Seeing none. Moving on to reports. I have none, but Rosalinda has a ton. Rosalinda, go ahead.
I stay very, very busy in the good or the bad. Economic development, their colleagues this last week, so I met with both Eleni's and Alvarado Gill's office. We discussed what other cities have been doing, how cities are doing for affordable versus attainable housing, which is significantly different. Especially when it comes to my district, we also deal with urban sprawl since we are pretty much still about 50% agricultural in my district. With current prices and if homes were being built, how many locals would really be able to afford it? Is it really attainable for our current homes? Or are we just looking at bringing in outside residents into our community? So it's a large discussion that we ultimately need to have. I'm also continuing to hear about continued layoffs and people looking for jobs. So together we need to work together. I know we have our economic development Julian here. Happy to kind of make that connection. I know he's working on a job fair as well. So I just want to make sure that our local residents, especially those that are going through a transition right now, can get connected to opportunities that we may have here in the community. I'm also hearing about traffic issues. I know recently there was another major accident out by my house on Morgan and Hackett. It resulted in traffic being stopped in all 4 directions. I spoke with a lot of residents that night because the road was blocked, so we kind of all parked in the school parking lot and kind of hung out for an hour or two because we had nowhere else to go because the roads were blocked. But I think the result of that was just a reminder that we need to remain attentive because it looked like that was an inattentive and a lot of people were concerned about the medians. It does not look like it was related to the medians or the lights. It was more of just kind of making sure we're staying attentive and not being distracted. If you do have traffic issues, please reach out. There's no way we can address those issues if I don't know where they're at. I know, especially with the warmer nights, I'm starting to hear a lot more of the street racing going on down on Morgan and Service. So if you guys are able to hear it, I know I'm able to hear it, and I'm still up on Hackett. So we're dealing with almost a half a mile different way, and I'm still able to hear it. So I know what's going on, but in order for us to be able to address that, we need to make sure the police department aware of it. So if you're just telling your friend or your neighbor, that means our police department is not aware of it and they're not able to address it. So please reach out to me, email public comments so that way we can deal with staff or call. Please reach out because again, these are issues that we need to address. This is the safety of our public as well as our neighbors, our friends, our cats, our dogs, everyone that's important to us. So it's important we deal with that. In regards to our senseless housing, their SHA, the affordable housing and attainable housing, we kind of discussed those, kind of play with words a little bit because again, what we look at affordable housing, when I met with the state, the average home is about a little over $700,000 a home. We consider Stanislaus County affordable because we're in the 500,000s, but that's really not attainable for our local residents. So it's something that we need to kind of work on. We need to talk about our rates, play with the wording because attainable is different than affordable. Because to the state, they see us as having affordable housing. But with that said, I did meet with Elenice's office when I was in Sacramento. I'll be there again this week. About having a town hall here, actually in series, we're looking at July. They haven't quite finalized. I'm sure Joey will probably know before I do, since he's probably going to be booking this hall sometime to have this town hall to talk about affordable and attainable housing here in the Valley. So I'm looking forward to having that meeting, and I will continue to meet with his office to ensure that he does give us a call and get that booked and doesn't just talk to me about it. This Wednesday, I know you probably heard Destiny earlier talking about SB 268. They are having a press conference this Wednesday at 10 a.m. in Sacramento. I will be present as a former victim myself, as well as someone else I know that was a friend of one of my children that was raped over the weekend in a similar situation. This touches home. This is a very serious incident, and I look forward to being there and bringing awareness to the community about how serious this is. This isn't something that I should be having to address, and it isn't something that, people should have that fear of. Next section, May 9th, here at the Sirius Community Center is going to be the Women's Mental Health Awareness. It is in Spanish. It is here at the Community Center. It is a free event, and it's about bringing mental health and just awareness to women. They will be having free health checks and other information available. So if you would like to come, please let me know. It is a free event. It is in Spanish. But again, I want to make sure that everyone's aware of the mental health and making sure that we're all on that page, because again, we do see those issues here in the community. I also met with TID this week. I was at their board meeting on the 16th, had an opportunity to meet with our district representative, and I look forward to having continued conversations with them. I know they're working with the city, probably Sam, I'm guessing, with making a new hub here in Ceres off of Moffett. I believe we're putting new transmission lines. So we were kind of talking about future growth here. I know we kind of briefly touched at the beginning regarding Love Series. If you have an opportunity, please come out to any of the projects or just come out and just do what you can. I know I'm not going to be able to stay the whole time because I do have a funeral to attend to out of town. And then lastly, I know Elenice's office isn't here anymore, but they are working on Prop 47. I know I've gotten a couple of phone calls and text messages about the shoplifting, especially after the theft that we had at Walmart that did get a lot of attention. That's something that they're working on and addressing. Again, it was voted on by the voters. So again, it's very hard to change that immediately. So again, feel free to reach out. I can help get you connected in order to have all the things we need in place in order to give the police more resources when it comes to dealing with shoplifting here in the community. And that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Martinez.